Do JRPG fans have a persecution complex, especially when it comes to Clair Obscur Expedition 33? Apparently so. Guillaume Broche, the director of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 from Sandfall, there was a video where he goes through a lot of his favorite games. The usual suspects are melting down on Twitter, as you can see, and so we will be going through a few of these tweets and discussing this here on Sebbywebz TV. People were adding me about this non-stop, as if this was something like a sucked in. I'm like, I don't see the problem with this. For example, it started with this. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 director Guillaume Broche considers Kingdom Hearts 2 among his top 5 games ever, and previously stated that Atelier series, super anime by the way, is one of his favorites. Ahem, at Sebbywebz. Oh jeez, what am I gonna do? Whoa! I thought the story and the gameplay in Kingdom Hearts 1 was great. I had a great time with it. You can see on my VODs, man, where I'm like, I think I did that whole Colosseum, the Hercules Colosseum bit. Love that part. I remember soy-facing at the scene where Jafar, Maleficent, and Hades are all around a table scheming about how they're going to take you down. I was like, bro, this is literally top 10 anime crossover, but in the Disney world. I got lost in every world, that's true, and I got annoyed about that, but I thought this was a very good game. I thought Kingdom Hearts 2's story was less balanced. I didn't like it as much, but I thought the combat was very good. And I've said this since I streamed both games in 2024. Don't take my word for it. Go watch the VODs yourself. These people say that my opinion is turn-based good, action bad, but they ignore the fact that I streamed Devil May Cry 1 to 5 for like a month straight, nothing else. Said that Devil May Cry 5 was one of the best games I've ever played, that Virgil is one of the best inventions in video game history. I made like 50 shorts talking about how amazing I thought it was too. You know, they ignored all of that because it hurts their little narrative of me that like turn-based good, action bad. You can put counter evidence in their face and they'll just ignore it. For people who love reading games, there's a lot who can't read. And they don't even know what they're arguing against. And yeah, Rent-Free doesn't even begin to describe it. You have no idea how many people were adding me, being like, sucked in, Sebby. I'm like, I like this game. Even if I didn't like the game, it doesn't matter. Like, we're not the same people. It's whatever. Here is some of the promo art for the Kingdom Hearts streams I did a while back. I think this is rather good. I think she's looked a bit better, but Goofy with a blunt right there, Billy with a concerned look on his face, and Donald Duck being a full mallard. I think this is, I worked quite hard on this, but I think I should have at least given them the iconic hair. There's, you see, I upped my game for Kingdom Hearts 2. Mickey Mouse, Mickey's just a Warhammer Skaven. Goofy's still got his blunt. Donald Duck is looking rather photorealistic. Billy's rather unimpressed as usual, and there's, you know, the usual suspects down there at the bottom. Anyway, he responded with this. This guy just follows me around on Twitter with just some absurd takes, but sometimes he means well. I follow most of your videos and I watch your gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 2. I didn't say you hate Kingdom Hearts, but there's other videos where you mention KH and anime, look in a negative way, while praising E33. So I found it funny that the director himself was opposite your opinions. So I just had to clarify, and this is part of the reason I'm making this video, is to just clarify this. I think Kingdom Hearts should stay Kingdom Hearts. I think Final Fantasy should stay Final Fantasy. Mixing Kingdom Hearts with Final Fantasy results in FF7 Remake. Alright, we got Whispers, we got Heartless, we got timeline changing fate ghosts, alternate timelines, and all this shenanigans, alright? You know I'm not a fan of that. I like anime, but anime acting only works in cartoon. It doesn't work in live action or realistic 3D. Why? Because cartoon is stylized. It allows us to suspend our disbelief. Your brain just knows it's not real. While realistic 3D mimics real life, and it requires a more naturalistic style of acting. Look, man, you don't have to like me or agree with me, but at least know what my arguments are before you try to make me look stupid. You can tell I'm kind of a bit over this at this point. Yeah, he's showing off all the games that Expedition 33 players hate from the bottom of their heart. It's, oh my god, it's frying me. Again, this is the persecution complex that a lot of JRPG fans have. No one hates these games. No one hates Xenoblade or Persona, and no one hates you for playing them, alright? They just don't appeal to them. The reason a lot of JRPG fans think E33 players hate JRPGs is because of this sequence of events, and I've made a tweet about this and a video about this before. It goes like this. Someone plays Clair Obscur, and they're like, oh my god, this is amazing! This is so fun! Then the JRPG Mafia shows up, and they say, you fucking tourist! You fake fan! Xenoblade Octopath was better! You hate Japan, and I hate you! Why did you... No, and it just goes like that. And it's like, why don't you like this anime game instead? And it's just like, I don't think that's a bad game. It didn't appeal to me. It just didn't grab me. I don't hate it. Like, why? Why don't you want to play Xenopath Traveler instead of Clair Obscur? Why? I demand answers. I demand explanation right now. And then you're forced to explain, well, I mean, it just looked a bit kiddish. I didn't think the voice acting didn't grab me, which is true for a lot of English dubs. Or I tried playing it, but the pacing was sluggish as hell. Yeah, or it just didn't grab me, art style. And then the JRPG Mafia. Oh my god! You hate JRPGs! Oh my god, I'm being colonized! It's colonization 33 of Uwu Sugoi! That's kind of how the conversation went. No one hates these games. Catherine Full Body is so good. See, I've heard this game is good. My own community has said that I should play this, and if I'm in the mood for an anime game, maybe, because I hear this game has some crazy ideas and execution and stuff. My favorite game, Tales of Vesperia. Now, you know how I know that this is probably good for this genre of game? Because my viewers will not stop telling me to play this, all right? Tales, whatever it is, people are always saying, please play this. So I assume that for anime JRPGs, these must be good. There's a reason people will not stop talking about this. Typically, Shin Megumi Tensei, Digital Devil Saga 2. Sorry, whenever I hear Shin Megumi Tensei, I think of it's Lolo. Some guy with a katana and a fedora. Again, people say Shin Megumi Tensei is excellent for this genre, for this series and stuff. Now, the thing is, right, just because these are very good for anime games doesn't mean that, like, anime has the same universal appeal as, like, realistic 3D and stuff. I mean, that's always been the argument. The argument isn't that anime games are bad, it's that anime doesn't appeal to everyone. And a lot of JRPG fans cannot accept this fact. They can't accept it. They'll say things like, well, what does art style matter? Art doesn't matter at all. Yes, it does. Because you love anime, which is an art style. You know what I mean? Like, art style is extremely important. Let me tell you how important art style is. I don't think Cuphead is a fun game at all. I fucking hated playing Cuphead. But Cuphead's art style is so strong that I wanted to buy it for years. When I finally got it, I was like, oh god, I hate playing this. But its art style is incredible. Cuphead has one of the best art styles in video games. The art style sells the game. And you can list a number of games off the top of your head where it looked so insane that you bought it based on its look. Or you hear how good this game is all the time, but every time you look at it, you're like, I don't know, man. That's how important art style is. It's not the only thing, but it is an exceptionally important piece of any video game. And anyone who says art doesn't matter, their opinion is not worth taking seriously at all. There was one last one with this where apparently Guillaume Broche said that he liked Final Fantasy 15. Believe it or not, chat. To which my response was, no, no. What do you mean? He doesn't think exactly the same as me about literally everything. It's like, no, it doesn't matter, man. What he thinks and what he likes is separate from the game itself. You're allowed to like things that I don't like. The reason they think this way, though, is because, remember we were talking about how a lot of gamers have a religious mindset? You can see that in play when it comes to a lot of modern Final Fantasy and JRPG fans. If the devs said this, then you have to believe it. If the devs intended this, you have to like it, because they said it, and it's them, the priests, the popes, the gods of these games and stuff. I don't think that way. Either I think the game is good or not. I love Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but I get lost in that menu all the time. You know what I mean? I don't think it's perfect. But these guys think that if Guillaume Broche likes FF15, then you have to like FF15 too. Otherwise you hate Clair Obscur. That's how their logic works. Do you want to know some things that I like that you may not like? Get ready for this. I like the movie Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. I like Bridget Jones's Diary with Hugh Grant. I like 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger. And I like Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan. These are the biggest chick flick movies you can possibly imagine, and I like them. I think they're very well made for what they are, and I watched those during a time in my life where, you know what, I needed to see something happy, and they did the job. Now, you don't have to like those. If you like my channel, if you like Sebbywebz, you don't now have to love these chick flick rom-coms, or else you're a fake fan or whatever, however these people think, all right? Like, this is just, like, personal preference. You just kind of think you like what you like. It's whatever, man. Elite movie taste? Hey, look, they're great. They're great movies. But when it comes to rom-coms, I'd say my favorite is I Love You, Man, with Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. Fucking 10 out of 10 movie, all right? 11 out of 10. Absolute top tier. Jason Segel's character is basically a bit of a role model to me for all the right and all the wrong reasons in that film. Slapping the bears! Yeah, revise. I fucking love that movie so much. But this is just my opinion. You don't have to like what I like. 2 of my good friends don't like Expedition 33, and we're not friends anymore. I'm kidding. We're still good friends, and we just joke about it. We're fine, man. We're fine, because you don't have to think the same way. This is a very hive mind mentality that a lot of JRPG and a lot of modern Final Fantasy fans have, and I don't think it's healthy. I think you need to go outside if you think this way. And the last thing I want to say is I think I remember hearing or reading somewhere that Guillaume Broche liked FF15. One thing he really liked about it was how the characters sort of talk to each other as you're wandering around. There's a lot of inter-party banter, which you see in Clair Obscur. The difference is that I like the banter between Gustave, God, I nearly said Clive, Gustave, Maelle, Lune, Sciel. It's fun, but we all know that I'm not the biggest fan of Prompto, all right? I don't need him to tell me to pull over every 15 minutes to take a selfie while Gladio tells me about cup noodles for about 2 minutes straight. Here's a fun one. Refreshing idea, weird anime game. Yeah, this did the rounds like crazy. Oh my god. The thing is, no one actually thinks this, you know? No one thinks that Clair Obscur invented the Persona menu, invented turn-based combat, invented QTE attacks, or invented parrying. And those people who do, they are in an insignificant number, and they're also not a big deal. And you know what? It's not a big deal if they're wrong, all right? Not everyone in the world has played Legend of Dragoon, the Final Fantasy clone from 1999, all right? Not everyone has played Paper Mario. I don't think anyone has ever said Clair Obscur invented this menu. This is just JRPG fans having a persecution complex once again, and I responded to this. This is the kind of post that goes viral, but 1, it doesn't change anyone's mind. 2, it doesn't hurt or help the sales of either game. It's basically preaching to the choir. It's getting pats on the backs from people who agree with you and who hate E33. This is because it is a half-truth, and that can be worse than a full lie. Here's what the tweet should say. Are you ready? Clair Obscur, mainstream appeal. Persona 5, anime appeal. That's what it should say. And that's not saying one's better or worse. Like, some people prefer anime, some people prefer realistic 3D. That's what it really is. Mainstream appeal, anime appeal. That's the real story. But that's not going to go viral because it's not an FU to either side, all right? This is Twitter. This is a PvP zone. The reason this meme has gone viral is because many JRPG fans cannot accept this one fact. Are you ready? Listen carefully. People who don't like anime games don't like anime games. All right? Reread that sentence like 50 times. I know it's not going to sink in. Sorry, I shouldn't be mean. But I'm just saying, like, you just get it, man. Don't you get it? Just get it, man, please. Oh god. I've been watching anime since I was 4 years old in Japanese. And I've been playing JRPGs since I was 10. It's always been this way, and it always will be. And you know what? That's fine. Okay, that's fine. People are allowed to have different tastes. You can't force people to like things that they don't like. And when people say like, oh, you didn't give it a go. No, everyone's given an anime a go. Some of them loved it, and some of them didn't love it. You can't say that like, oh, you just need to watch all 1,000 episodes of One Piece, then you're allowed to have an opinion. It's like, no, you can tell right off the bat what your preferences are, man. This is ridiculous. This is an interesting tweet. Unpopular opinion. Clair Obscur would not have been the phenomenon it was if the graphics had been anime style. Well, I agree. That's absolutely true. But here's the thing. If you made Clair Obscur and the only thing you changed was you made it anime, it would still have better pacing than most JRPGs. It would still have better voice acting in English than most JRPGs. Still have an amazing soundtrack. It would still have an amazing story. It would still have amazing characters. But less people would have played it because it was an anime game. E33, the reason people compare this to Final Fantasy so much is because it is the full package. Anyone who knows Final Fantasy knows that that series has always pushed the boundaries of everything. It's always tried to have the best graphics, the best music, best story, best world, best characters, best music, best this and that. E33 did that. But this guy, oh my god, this guy would have pissed off so many people with his response, and I wanted to show you this, because I read this, I was like, oh my god. This guy said, yeah, and rightly so. The one on the right, even I, who never played it, knows it's Clair Obscur. Whereas the one on the left, I don't know if it's Xenoblade, Fire Emblem, Genshin Impact, or some AI-generated eShop slop sold for 99 cents. Wow! 3,000 likes. This guy really kicked the hornet's nest, man. This guy saw the hornet's nest, and he didn't just give it a gentle tap with his foot. He ran up, and he did the drop kick of the century. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Grimiliki, you were a braver man than I. That was a big one, man. And the thing is, I don't want to be as harsh on anime games as he is, but this is how a lot of normies, a lot of average gamers see these games. Like, I don't think this looks $1, but I also don't know if this is Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, Xenoblade. It doesn't look like Persona because he's not in high school uniform. I don't know. I actually don't know. And most people who don't live and breathe anime games or JRPGs can't tell the difference either. That's the difference. Whereas you just wouldn't say that. Like, if you put, say, like, Joel from The Last of Us next to Nathan Drake, next to Kratos, next to, I don't know, Abby from The Last of Us, next to, maybe that's a bad example, and so on and so on. You see where I'm going with this? You don't think that, like, oh yeah, that's all from the same game. No, these are clearly distinctive characters from different things. Clive, Noctis from FF15-16, they fall into that category as well. Yeah, I just thought that was an amazing response right there. It's crazy how nice JRPGs can be, but all look the same. Well, here's the thing. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to say one last thing. This is not actually an anime-specific problem. If you watch anime shows, I can tell a Baki face from a JoJo face, from a Fist of the North Star face, from a DBZ face. In anime, there is actually quite a diversity. There's quite a wide variety of how these characters can look despite it being anime. But when you look at video games, when you look at anime games, I think that most of them all look the same. I'm sorry, this is just like, I'm going to offend a lot of people when I say this, but when I look at anime games, to me, 99% of the girls look exactly the same. The only difference is their hair and their clothes. Body type, same. Face shape, the same. And I'd even say that for the guys as well. Most of them just look like these beautiful K-pop demon hunter boys with the same face. And it's just the only thing that changes is their clothes and their hair. I'm not quite sure why that is. Yeah, sorry if that offends anyone. All right, and the last one before we move on. Oh my god, they love this meme, don't they? They really love this meme. There can be variations of this where it says like JRPG history, which is what this is really about, and it ends with FF10 and then goes like Persona 5 and then this. This is just... They think this is an own, but it's not. They think this is a slam dunk, but it's not. This actually tells you the sad truth about JRPGs, is that the last time these games grabbed the entire world's attention was FF7 and FF10, FF8 and 9 to lesser extents, but they were still very big for their time. Persona 5, which I'm going to offend people, I don't think it's in the same category as these, even though it's huge, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33. The difference... It's cute. You know what? It's cute. It is cute that they tried to sneak Persona 5 in here, but there's a difference, which is that FF7 and 10 and Clair Obscur exploded out of their niche, exploded out of their genre on day one. Whereas Persona 5 was a juggernaut within its niche. It grew so big within its niche that it spilled out and gained a lot of mainstream success that way. There's actually a difference between these. They've tried to sneak Persona 5 onto this list, but it actually doesn't belong there for two major reasons. One is its pacing. FF7, 10, Clair Obscur, these are well-paced, they don't waste your time. Minimal bloat. The same cannot be said for Persona 5. Alright, even people who love this game don't say that it is efficiently written. Alright, even they say, I love the game, but I'm hitting skip on a lot of the dialogue a lot of the time. It's very bloated, very repetitive. The second thing is the art style. Persona 5, probably a very good game, I hear good things, but it's an anime game, and anime does not have the same mainstream appeal that realistic 3D does. Clair Obscur has that, so does FF7 and FF10. That's what they were aiming for in their time. 7 does have some anime elements to it, but here's the counter-argument. People who don't play anime games will still play OG FF7. They'll still play FF10. That's the difference. That's why it's not an anime game. You can make all the posts yelling at me with all the upvotes in the world, but you cannot change that fact. You can't change the fact that someone who would never play an anime game will still play FF7 and FF10. Discussion over. I'm sorry. I would love to stream Persona 5 one day, okay? You'll never see it coming. Do you get the joke? But what I just said is also true. It has to be said because it's kind of sneaky what they've done here by putting P5 in there. It really should just be FF10 to Clair Obscur. It really should be FF10 to Clair Obscur. JRPG fan delusions, once again, ladies and gentlemen. The tragedy is, it's not that anyone says that there were literally no games between these, it's that none of these games grabbed the world's attention in the way that these did. These grabbed mainstream attention, and Octopath didn't. You know, Bravely Default didn't. Xenoblade didn't. Most Persona games didn't. The vast majority of those are really only known and played by people who are hardcore JRPG fans. Was Final Fantasy X big? Yes, Final Fantasy X sold 21 million copies to this day. And it was a mega smash hit on launch. Which is why Square was like, oh shit, let's never do that again. And then they abandoned that formula entirely and made FF12. That's, I mean, what am I supposed to say? Why would you look at FF10, which has been a major success for its entire history, and then just throw all that away? I don't get it. I don't understand. Dragon Quest as well. Dragon Quest as well. Big within the JRPG community, but it's not big outside of it. It's really not, man. Oh yeah, someone quote tweeted me to do this, and I responded with, well, yes, the meme is right. A lot of people stopped caring after Final Fantasy 7 to 10. Those people cared again when E33 came along, because it recaptured the magic of those Golden Age Final Fantasies in today's day and age. That's it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do JRPG fans have a persecution complex when it comes to Clair Obscur Expedition 33? On Twitter, yes. But I think a lot of you guys in my comments and in my stream are normal. Like, I get a lot of comments from anime PFPs in my own YouTube saying like, oh man, I didn't know they were so crazy on Twitter. Like, I'm an anime fan, but I like this game. And I can see how it's different from the others, so it may be more of a Twitter JRPG fan. Anyway, thank you for enjoying the video. Like, subscribe, uwu sugoi, kawaii des, and catch me live on Twitch. All right, get out of here. The video's over. Get out of here. I'm walking here.